We're here in LA with Rabbi Yisrael Gelb, and one of the things that has been going on here in LA is the county has issued some restrictions and edicts and whatnot, and it caused some concern for Jewish families concerning the high holy days, which are being celebrated as we're sitting here talking right now. Give me an idea what those are. What does it mean to Jewish families to celebrate?
So Rosh Hashanah is a time of, it's a very somber time. It's a time where really in the Jewish faith, the entire year is kind of planned out by God and decided during this time. So we spend a lot of time in synagogue praying for ourselves, our families, our children, our neighbors, community, the state, the government. This over here is what's called a machzor. This is basically the official Rosh Hashanah playbook and prayer book. So it has everything that you need from all the prayers that are specific to Rosh Hashanah, and has, after when we eat each individual symbolic food, there's like a short blessing that goes along with it. It's a time where we get to celebrate the upcoming year and all of that potential that it brings.
And then that all culminates later this month with another holiday.
Yeah, so then the high holidays are a period of 10 days actually. So we get the 2 days of Rosh Hashanah that start tonight and then Sunday. And then Yom Kippur is the following Monday. That's the culmination, a day where we fast. There's no eating, there's no drinking. It's a lot of different restrictions. And basically we spend literally probably 20 hours of the day in synagogue praying, asking God for forgiveness for all the things that we've done wrong over the previous year, as a way of hopefully that we can be that we can attain the blessings for the following year.
Now, we've been here in California for several weeks now, and we've been looking at the inequities, the unfairness of some of the government edicts that have come out. And in LA County, they very specifically targeted the holidays you just talked about and said that they would not allow for family gatherings and extended family gatherings, although other gatherings appear to be okay. So when you heard that edict come down, what went through your mind? What'd you think?
Well, we were all very frustrated. I mean, that edict came after a whole series of different edicts from the government, both on the state level, on the county level, and on the city level. We feel like we've been targeted both as a general religious people. All religious, affiliations have been targeted with not being able to pray indoors. They've been forced to move outdoors. The fact that county revoked the lease of one of the churches. I'm sure you're following that case. Yeah. It was really out of spite. I mean, you don't, just because they move, they don't do what you want. You don't have to go ahead and revoke, their lease. So we feel like we've been targeted as a religion. And then specifically when this came up, in terms of targeting Rosh Hashanah and mentioning it, specifically Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, we felt, it was disrespectful.
Now, the county later changed the wording a bit. They took out the specific mention of the two holidays, and they also said they wouldn't enforce it. They wouldn't send officers to arrest you or put you in jail. Does that give you any comfort?
Not really. They're not really. We had these conversations both on the county level and on the city level. The city's been a little bit more receptive than the county has been. But no, I mean, end of the day, when you single out a specific religion and a specific holiday, and target us specifically, we find that to be very discomforting and very disturbing.
What would you like to see to resolve this? What would be the proper ending for this story?
Well, number one, I think an apology would be appropriate. But number two, and this is something that is not only a county issue, but it's really a state issue, and it's very clear to us and to the entire community that from the governor down, that they are clearly targeting religious people, not just of the Jewish faith, but of all faiths, without any care, if you will, to our needs and to our religious, our ability for free exercise of our religions.